Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's another day and another me and Vinny reacting to some videos. Hey, Vinny.
Hey, one more time here. Thanks for coming. Hey, Pedro, how are you?
Today, the episode is going to be called, what's the name? GrooveBook, right? So let's bring those guys in. And there you go.
Next into the tank is a couple with an affordable solution for all those digital photos stacking up on our smartphones.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Brian Whiteman, and this is my baby mama, Julie.
Baby
We're
Mama
from Chatsworth,
Julie.
California.
Baby Mama Julie. Nice presentation.
I don't know. One thing on an event that we do is that we do not have, I don't know, Baby Mama Julie probably is his wife, right?
I think so.
But we, at an event, we do not, have any type of like family working internally. Like we're all like, of course, we met in college and other places, but we do not have family members on the event. And the thing that we do that is that we believe that, like you don't give the real feedback if you are for family because, family you cannot fire, your family members. So we have this policy here. Since we started that, we do not hire our family members, only people that are, contacts and everything, but not really our family members directly. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
And today we are seeking $150,000 for 20% of our company, GrooveBook.
Billions of photos are taken every day from smartphones. Who doesn't have a phone with hundreds, if not thousands of photos? What do people do with all the photos they've taken?
I have. I think last time I saw my iPhone, it had 14,000 photos, I think. How many photos do you have on your phone?
So far, it makes sense. You said something that makes sense. Like you have photos, yeah. So I may be a customer. So.
I'm checking right now again. It's 21,000 photos. That's the right
number. You have more than the average person there. Or maybe you are the average person. I don't know.
Absolutely nothing. For just $2.99 a month, including shipping and handling, the GrooveBook app allows you to choose up to 100 photos every month from your smartphone and create a beautiful bound photo book in just minutes.
Each month, your GrooveBook gets delivered to you with an exciting new cover. Your photos are automatically stamped with the date and location, so you will never forget. They're perforated for easy removal, and 4x6, which is the perfect size for framing and sharing.
Who is that?
Is it you? As a little one?
Why it is.
Aww.
You had hair?
We've never seen you with hair.
GrooveBook will save you time and money from printing out your photos at the store and on ink cartridges.
I'm one with hair.
So how did they get these photos? Because they probably they didn't get it on the internet, probably, or they contact the production and Sony gave them the photos.
Yeah, maybe the production, helped them to get those photos, and they maybe the shark even know already they will be using this. So yeah, pretty much. But it's interesting, right? Like the concept about like a subscription model that you pay to get your photos printed and sent to your home, delivered to your home. I think it's a very nice, at least it's very clear.
Because usually the concept is you pay once, right? You go and you pay like when you want it, like you pay $50 or so. But this is like a monthly recurring thing, so it creates it's a different concept. I have never seen a subscription on this type of service.
Yeah, because usually you do also like, I don't know, it's gonna be your birthday or somebody's birthday or your wedding anniversary, and you do one time, and then maybe 10 years later you do another one. So it's a nice concept.
At home. Forget those expensive photo books. They'll take you hours online and then charge you an arm and a leg for printing and shipping. GrooveBook is the answer.
So which one of you sharks is ready to get your groove on? With GrooveBook! Now my beautiful wife of 15 years is going to give each one of you your own custom GrooveBook.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hey, Julie. Okay, so Brian,
Yes.
what do you charge me for the book?
You get the entire book for $2.99 a month, including shipping and handling.
Wow.
That's a really great price.
$2.99?
How are you doing it for that lower price?
Yeah,
That's actually very
really cheap. That doesn't even pay for the delivery.
Like for the fees, like how could you print 100 photos for $2.99 a month?
Yes.
Probably a lot of people pay this and do not use because I don't know, like each photo has to be what, like 2 cents to print? Yeah.
What does it cost you to make the book?
It cost me $2.30 to make the book.
So you have a very small
We have a
profit.
70-cent profit margin per book.
Wow. Do you have any sales?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have 18,000 paid subscribers in the last 8 months.
Good for you. 18,000.
18,000
Wow.
paid subscribers.
So what are you making per month? Do the math for me.
Well, right now we're not making any money. We need to get to 30,000 customers to break even. After we get to 30,000 customers, we make 70 cents every book.
Why aren't
every
you
month.
making money now?
Because
you're
our
printing.
overhead's $21,000 a month.
Who's making these though?
We manufacture the books internally ourselves in our print shop
Now, why haven't you, or have you, tried another price?
because we want everybody in America to be able to afford this book, and we didn't want to have any excuses.
Come on, guys. I mean, look,
Nobody in America can get it if you close the business.
Right.
yeah, everybody in America, I mean, when I hear that, it's just like, be real. How much have you guys invested in this company?
I've invested $400,000.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If you didn't own
That's real. $400,000 in a company.
Yeah, the thing is, like I don't think that's a product built for everyone. I personally like I'll not get a photo book every month because I think it's like a waste of space. So
Yeah, it's too much. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much space for like you may get once or twice like a year or maybe like every 2 years, but every month you get a photo book. It's it's a big ask.
That's true.
a printing business. If I took this book and took it to another commercial printer, would my cost be what you're charging today?
No, because I've developed proprietary software and
So
specialized
is Mark right?
equipment.
Would it be higher?
It would be higher. So,
But you understand the problem
Yes,
with that.
yes.
I need your other business to stay in business with this business.
I don't think you ever explained why we have the groove in the side of the book. One night in Brian's frustration, he was working on this for months, trying to figure out how to get this book flexible so that we can mail it bulk through the U.S. Postal Service. He was beating with a pen at the spine of the book. He was so mad and frustrated that he came to me after. He's like, Julie, wake up. And he showed me the photo book and it was all damaged. And I said to him, what are you showing me? And he said, look, it's flexing. It's flexing. I have the answer. We will now be able to ship the book at about 80 cents a piece.
So because this book is flexible, and this is we have a patent pending on the groove inside the book, because it's flexible, I'm able to mail it for 82
So
cents.
that is the value proposition in your business.
So if you change
So you see, they have a special way of shipping the book. So it's like, it's not on a box. It's probably on a flat package. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a hard case, right?
Exactly.
And also
Flexible,
and probably the photo quality is too good. It doesn't damage the quality. It doesn't lose quality.
Yeah,
So,
that's that's one thing that we learned. Like the product is as important as the delivery channel that you have. So if you're delivering the product through a special way, you can have the same product as your competitors. But if you deliver this and it's you have a different distribution channel, you can be as big or even bigger than your competitors just because you have a better distribution channel than your competitors with the same product. You can do that. Yeah.
the postage because of the new binding, what does it cost? What do you
It'll go up $3 to $4. So anyone that tries to compete with us is going to have $4 just in postage.
And you're saying you can protect this groove in it?
Yeah.
Oh, the new groove.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's
This
the most
is
valuable
really
asset they have.
Brian, can I ask you a question as a potential investor? Would you consider raising your price by $1?
Yes, we'd be open to that.
See, I think that's the wrong business altogether. I see GrooveBook as a service. Okay, that starts to get interesting. So I can go to Shutterfly and say, Shutterfly, you can't offer something like this. You have high shipping.
Right, their average book is $30 a book. Ours is $2.99.
Oh, forget the pricing. I want to make it a service so that
But the problem is you don't own that customer. What's that? You don't own that
No,
customer.
but Mark is that on. Mark is what you
You
have
don't own
here.
the customer anymore.
This is the
You
unique
get-
asset, the groove and the ability to ship and to create these pictures so inexpensively through you. Entrepreneurs lie to themselves all the time. They get visions of grandeur, and here you are giving us those visions of grandeur by saying you want this for every home in America, right? Get over that. Wouldn't you rather be able to say to all those applications that you're competing with right now, nah, I've got a groove and I can ship this for 82 cents and you can't. But if you want to offer this to all your customers, I'm going to give you an interface and I'm going to charge you 7 cents a picture.
You become a commercial printer.
No, better yet, all you do is you become a money collector.
Yeah, it's a completely different view of doing business, right? Like instead of just selling this to your direct to consumer, you were going to all the companies printing photo and telling them they can use your service to ship to their customers. So
because that's their innovation, right? Their innovation is the way they deliver the product is not on the product itself. Like anyone can print photos, right? Any printing shop can do that. But the way that they deliver the photos is really special. So maybe you should sell this particular part of the company and not really like just drop the photo business and focus on delivering the the delivery method, which is their innovation. Yeah.
Yeah, they can still have the direct to consumer business, right? Like people go to their website and buy, and like this keep going as a also it's way more like as a marketing strategy, right? Like people will be knowing more about your product and etc. But your sales effort will not gonna be on the online. Will be like a talking to the other companies, like your competitors, right? You go to your competitors and say like, see, you can use my service. I can do this for you, and yeah, if you can convince them, it's perfect.
Yeah.
I think Mark's dead on. There are so many applications. As more photo sites come up and people upload to them, you've done something none of them can do at that price point.
Yes. Okay, guys, I'm gonna make you an offer. I'll give you $150,000 for 100% of the rights to sell GrooveBook as a service through your commercial printer to everybody else. You keep 100% of the GrooveBook subscription service. I want to license this as a service, and then I can go to everybody and say, look, 82 cents to ship this, $2.30 to print it. I'm going to mark it up by $3. If Shutterfly, Flickr, whoever it is, Picasa, this way you can offer it to all your customers.
Brian, I think it's a phenomenal idea. But this business does not exist without your commercial printing business. Your costs are artificially low because of your other business. I have a problem with that. If I get into business with GrooveBook and the commercial printing business goes away, what do? Like it's so symbiotic. They're so related. One doesn't exist without the other. That's why your price point is so low, because you're able to do that. I'm out.
So that's one
Robert
thing.
made a point.
Like the guy,
I'm a partner.
the guy's there and he's like, oh, I have a printing shop. Like there is so much demand that I can deliver to the machines. Because they're just sitting there, so sitting idle. So maybe I can start a subscription service and try to sell something else because the machines already invested on them, right? So this is quite common, in some business to start like this. You have, the option to deliver more demand, and you can make more offers on the market and deliver more product. So you just start doing that. But then, you don't, you don't account for all these extra costs that are not being part of the new business because you're already paying for your staff in the old business and everything. So that's the challenge that they have, not being able to share specifically how much is part of the each business, must have their accounting independent. Yeah.
In GrooveBook, you go out of business, or you decide to raise the prices, or anything else happens with your commercial printer, I have a problem. I'm out.
Would you consider selling me the whole thing?
At the right price.
Well, you put a value on it of $750,000, right?
Correct.
Would you consider selling the whole thing? And by the way, Brian, that's what you walked in there asking for. I gave you what you wanted.
And that's interesting because it's not real. Like this is what Kevin said. Because when you are seeking an investment, first you believe, you probably should believe that your company can grow after that. It's just you don't want it to raise a very high valuation, and at some point that you will either dilute a lot your business, or you need to do the next round you raise will be a downside, right? You needed to dilute way more or decrease your valuation. So it's not real. If you are right now you put your valuation as $5 million, $10 million. You're not saying if you pay me $5 million right now, I'm out of the business. You can still say, no, I believe that the business can grow to $15 million in 1-2 years after I raise this first round. So it's not exactly like that.
But we'd like to have some upside on that also. So Mark, I'd like to just clarify a little bit more one more time, please.
So in essence, I'm paying you $150K to be the right to be, hopefully, your commercial printing company's largest GrooveBook supplier.
So Brian, Julie, you've got $150,000 for a pure licensing deal. You keep 100% of your business.
Okay.
The other offer from Kevin is the full value of what you put on your company, $750,000 for 100% of the business. Two completely different avenues.
Totally different.
So
I think we'd like to counter Kevin's offer.
Yeah, we'd like to counter Kevin's offer.
She's really not interested on the licensing deal, so they believe more in the photo business app, in the photo booking, printing service, whatever. And that makes a difference, how they're thinking, because they believe more in this part of the business than just licensing. So you see how people think based on the offer that they'll focus on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is because she doesn't know anything about this other business, right? She's pretty much I'm lost on this. How can I do that? And the business they already have, they see money flowing, right? I have money coming here. I know that works. So I trust on this part of the vision. I don't know nothing about this. How can I put my effort? How can I trust this? Or going with this guy that I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we think that the company at this stage of the game is worth $6 million.
Oh,
Whoa. So the guy just went from 700,000 to $6 million. You know, because if he's gonna sell, that's what he believes is worth it. You know, like he has like 8,000 subscribers, which is not bad, but they're paying so low, so it's hard to predict something. You know, 8,000, you know, $3 a month, that's going to be $24,000. How is that valued at $6 million? You know, that's
Yes.
I don't know the math there if that's gonna work.
Two sharks are out. Brian and Julie have two offers on the table. One from Mark for $150,000 for the licensing rights to GrooveBook, and one from Kevin, who has offered $750,000 to buy 100% of the company.
Two completely different avenues.
Totally different.
So
I think we'd like to counter Kevin's offer.
yeah, we'd like to counter Kevin's offer, and we think that the company at this stage of the game is worth $6 million.
Oh,
But you valued it at 750.
Because we want to be a part of the upside.
if you don't want to sell 100% of it, I understand, but you can't take the price and multiply it by 6 to self-control. Nobody would do that to you.
Sure they can. They can do whatever they want.
No, but it won't happen. The transaction won't occur.
Are you saying yes or no to their $6 million?
No, I won't pay $6 million for it, and you knew I wouldn't. There's some middle ground.
And you don't want us to have any skin in the game?
Well, I do,
with
but
you?
I asked you simply to understand you as an entrepreneur, where your head's at. Do you want to sell out? Is there a price that makes sense? The answer is no. I get it.
We want to have more skin in the game. We
How
really
much skin in the
believe
game do you want, my friend?
I'd like to have at least 50%. You want me to grow the business.
Well,
we
we
are
need
so
you to
passionate.
grow
That's why my deal was perfect for you.
Yes,
then.
Right. Your deal
Right.
is it makes a lot of sense. But with yours, I'd like to have a little bit of skin in the game rather than 100% royalty
Okay, so-
because I'm manufacturing for
What do you think 50% of GrooveBook is worth today?
It's worth $375,000. And it's a no-brainer. All we want to do is
The investors talking maybe to do a deal together, right?
Yeah.
Probably they will come with something.
So you see, now that it's only 50%, he's back at the $750,000 valuation. So basically, he wants to say like everything's about future value, right? So you believe that the company is going to be worth X amount in the future, and you want to have a stake on this, right? So how much are you willing to sell today, right, from your stake? Because you believe that the piece that you're going to still have is going to be much worth more in the future, right? So the whole company today that they have is 750,000, right? If they sell 50% and the company goes to 6 million, right? It's going to have 50% of 6 million. So that's $3 million, which is 4 times more than 750,000, which they have today. So basically they are going to sell half the company and still they're going to be able to have 4x more value from their current stake. So that's why you're selling, why you got these investors is because of future value. They believe in this. And if you're right, you make a lot of money. Yeah.
want to make
So
a
you'd
win-win
sell,
situation.
okay, you'd sell 50% of GrooveBook for $375,000.
Listen, Mark and I are just going to step
If you'll
aside for
do
1
that-
second, okay?
Yes.
What do you?
Yeah,
if you'll do that, then I will
you do
give
not
you the
want to do
deal.
a 375 for 50%. You
$375,000 for
don't.
50%. But I don't want to be competing with Mark.
Yeah, I'll jump in on
I
her
don't
with
want to
that
compete
deal.
with Mark because I don't want there to be all these other people out there using the same technology. If you get the patent, I would be willing to give you the $375,000, and if Robert wants to go in on it,
Happy to go in with
great at 50%, 25-25.
But the whole business, no license.
He came back to invest.
Yeah.
But now they're putting like this condition of you must get your license or your patent first. So I don't know, like how long maybe it would take, right, to get the patent and
Licensing to somebody else, you got to
Right.
control the whole thing.
Not doing what Mark is saying.
So
And
Brian,
if you'll do it right now,
you said you'd sell
we can have a deal.
50% for $375,000. Will you do the deal?
Hell no. Are you kidding? They're smarter than
Okay,
that.
guys.
No. Hang on.
I'd like to hear their offer.
Okay, let me say what we just had. $150,000 for a license to the name and the software and the ability to offer it as a service. 80% for Kevin and I, 20% for you, so you share in the upside. What we're going to be is the one-off guys. So when someone says, I have 375 pictures on my camera, I don't want a subscription. I want a place where I can go and buy it. You'll be the owner of GrooveBook and the GrooveBook subscription service. We'll be GrooveBook for all one-off applications or purchases.
Okay.
But Brian,
So
you
just like
realize
your commercial
that,
printer,
you realize
like
that
I made just a print
really
one.
he's
Very
giving
complex.
an alternative to all your customers.
it's good. The thing is pretty complex. Yeah.
They're trying to make a big mess of this because they focus. The thing they want is just the distribution services, and so they're making a big mess on trying to extract it. So nobody understands anything in the end, and they get what they want.
Customers that you're trying to build a business to, they don't have to be subscribers. He's building a competitive one-up business.
It's kind of like the movie There Will Be Blood. You know, the guy had the oil, and you know, he didn't want to give up the oil to Daniel Day-Lewis to this. So Daniel Day-Lewis bought the house next to him. He dug underneath and he sucked his oil well dry.
Exactly.
You realize I'm a subscriber. I'm about to sign up for GrooveBook.
Right.
I look on Flickr and I say, oh, I don't need to subscribe. I can do it one time.
So now you have two sharks, Kevin and Mark, who want to give you $150,000 for 80% of the non-subscription business. And then you have another offer with two sharks who want to give you $375,000 for 50% of your business. They help grow everything with you. What are you going to do?
What are you gonna make?
Well,
Yeah, and this is pretty much like the vision you believe to build with your company, right? Like what do you believe you want to do? What is your passion? Like you're passionate about this vision or the other vision? How do you see you as a person as well succeeding? It's not just like your business succeeding, but the whole thing that you are creating, the whole thing that you're putting your time, money, you want to see them in a specific format, in a specific, you want to shape your business in a specific way. And that's pretty much all the companies in the world, they needed to make a decision. Either that will be the decision that will make them very strong and successful or not, or just like another company.
I think we've done an excellent job growing it ourselves to 18,000 subscribers in a short period of time. I think the better deal would be to go with Mark and Mr. Wonderful, because 100% of growing it ourselves plus an additional 20% of revenue that you guys will work at, I think is a win-win situation. And I'm all about making win-win situations.
Do you accept their offer?
Yes,
Yes,
we do.
we
It's
do.
going to work. Thank you very much.
And
Yes.
it was more like an outsourcing deal because what they did is that they said, I have my business, I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm just going to have the licensing to go to Mark and Mr. Wonderful. I don't know anything about it, but they're going to make 20% of that, and it's going to come back to me. So basically, it's free money, right? Because they're going to offer something, for an additional stream, like a partnership, and they're just going to get more money to their business, and they don't have to sell any equity at all. So I think it's a win-win situation. Yes.
Yeah, I just feel like it's too much percent, like 80% for a reseller. It's a huge amount.
But they're not going to do anything. So, like all they have to do is just wait. They don't have to do anything to get all this 20%.
Yeah. That will put it then, way more than like a passive position. They won't make like any efforts to make this business real grow and big. Because even if this part fail, I don't know if those two guys, they fail doing this, they gave me the money and I probably learned something. I can try to build that by myself if they get out of the business, right? But yeah, it's not bad. All right. I think that's it for today, right?
Right. So that's another episode, and hope that you liked it. And it was an interesting episode, actually, very different from the traditional. They have like a very complex deal in the end. So we learned something there. I think that was interesting. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Pedro. Take care, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Everyone.